Hi, Gug.
Hi, y'all.
So, if you want to tell who you are to Isaiah, I know most people should know, but some may not.
Yes, well, I am the famous, wait, I have to speak directly into my mic. I'm the famous Gug. Nobody knows me by any other name. If you look on the church registry, it will say Gug Ashby. Now, I brought me a few notes here.
Okay.
I think that'll do it. Now, what is the question now here, Kim?
First of all, I want some stories of Isaiah when he was little. Since you're his grandma, we have got to know.
I thought you'd never ask. Well, you have to understand that I had two wonderful, never made any mistakes or sinned once in their lives, grandsons. Perfect, you know? Yeah. So it would be the best, they were the best. And they weren't very far apart, so Steve and I were so blessed. We took them everywhere, dressed them alike. People would think they were twins. Well, this one time we went to a, what do you call those things, those domes where they play games, and what do you call them? Anyway.
Like the arcades?
Yeah,
okay.
It was fun. We played golf and everything. Well, it got evening, and so we told them, we said, now guys, we're going to go to this nice restaurant. They were maybe 3 or 4, maybe 4. Let's say 4. So I told them, we said, now we're going to this nice restaurant, and you can't be loud. You have to use your napkin, and you have to. Now, Steve always said that he couldn't take me anywhere, and I acted like I ain't sense, but that's not true, so don't believe that.
So he lied on you.
No. So we're sitting here in this nice restaurant with not paper napkins, I mean, they were the real thing, And so we had dinner rolls. And so Isaiah picked up his little dinner roll, and he took a bite of it. He looked at me, looked back at that dinner roll, took a bigger bite of it, looked at me, looked back at the roll, then he said, well, good, I don't have any hamburger in mine.
That's great.
So, I mean, you can take the boy out of Kentucky, but you can't take the Kentucky out of the boy.
That's right.
If you know what I mean.
So your husband had a lot of influence on Isaiah, didn't he, as far as his spiritual?
Yes.
If you would like, you want to talk a little bit about that?
If I can. They would always talk about the Bible together and bounce stuff off each other. Well, Pap, what do you think about this? And it was just, I mean, they could sit and talk about the Bible till Jesus came back. And I know at one of the churches, he had one of the Bibles that Steve gave him under the pulpit.
Aww.
And he's got one under the pulpit here.
I thought he did have.
And that says it all. But I feel so blessed to be in a church that my grandson preaches, because I was raised in a holiness church, and you earned your salvation, and the Holy Spirit just, I don't know what part of the role he played, because you're running trying to be perfect. But the thing that I feel like Isaiah does best is preach the word and break it down, and helps you to apply it to when you go home, you've got something to eat on all week. So he's my encourager. And in conclusion, I'd like to say this to everyone.
Okay.
So pray nice.
So pray nice?
So pray nice.
Pray nice, okay. We'll do that, guys.
That's it.
Thank you. So, ladies, how long have you been going to church here?
We've been coming to Life Church for about 2.5 years.
2.5 years. Is that where you met Isaiah?
We actually met Isaiah before we started coming to Life Church. My little sister passed away 5 years ago, and Isaiah offered to do her funeral, and he preached it. Didn't know her, used it as an opportunity to minister to sinners and people that didn't know the Lord. And my family will always be grateful for that.
That put cold chills all over me.
He's an amazing man.
He is. And what has, if you had to give a synopsis on Isaiah and what he has done, you just gave a good example, but what else has he done for his church and for you all?
Well, through Kendall's ordeal here, I mean, he was there, Brandy, him, Travis, everybody, the whole church there every step of the way, and that meant more than we could ever
Definitely.
say. Yeah.
So, Kendall, what's he mean to you?
Isaiah, I don't know. He's like another dad to me. He's a good pastor too, but I don't know. I'm just thankful for him.
I know a lot of people's thankful for you too. You've encouraged a lot of people through your ordeal. But even before I knew you, people was talking about Kendall. So I'm glad that Isaiah has been able to be there and for your family, and I think that's what he does for all of us. So if you had to summarize or tell someone about Life Church, what would you tell them to get them to come in to the church?
Well, I would tell them our pastor's kind of a big dill pickle.
I love it. I love it.
That's what I would say.
That's great. I love that. That's awesome. So let's start out, Chan. You have met Isaiah through Life Church. Is that
Correct.
where you knew him from?
Yeah.
And you all become fast friends.
Yes, we did.
And tell me something that you all do together or enjoy.
Well, when I first met Isaiah, we were going to church here when it was Eagle Heights, and they bought the church itself, and went met him. I knew him from when he was going here as a kid, just a little, not a lot. His parents as well, and I knew he was interested in fishing, and I'm interested in fishing as well. So got him to fish a little old tournament with me, and he actually won a trip to Lake Fork in Texas.
Awesome.
And I heard him talking to the individual about the trip and when he could go, and he kind of motioned me up there. He said, "You want to go to Lake Fork?" I said, "Well, sure." And so we decided we would take the trip together. We just didn't know exactly when. We had to let them know. But that trip alone, when we took it in April of the following year, it was just a pleasure to be with him. He's as entertaining as they come on the water. Plus, I mean, he not only preaches, but he teaches. You can learn on Wednesday night. Sunday, you get to preaching.
Yes.
You might get your toes stepped on, which that can happen every now and then, but
If it doesn't, you kind of need to be at the altar, huh?
No, yeah, exactly. I love listening to him. I can sit and listen to him, and I can take it in, and I can actually learn more from him by the way he does teach. Mm-hmm. But I actually fishing's the way that me and him connect.
Yes. And he can teach as much out on that lake as he can.
Yes, he can.
Inside, doesn't he?
Yep.
He
Patience.
Yes.
Which I've got patience, but
I do not.
I do.
I do as I've gotten older, but I never did have too many patience. So what is there, if you had to say one thing that stuck in your mind, one of the sermons or something that he's taught here at church, what would it be?
I guess it was his sermon as far as the way to be open. He preaches the Bible, and I mean, if it's not in the Bible, he will not preach it. And he said that regularly, but one sermon, I can't point out one sermon.
Right.
I mean,
I'm the same way.
they're all great. Mm-hmm. So, and like I said, I love listening to him.
And if anybody wanted to hear them, they can go online and
Exactly,
listen. Huh?
exactly. I've listened to them when I'm working out of town. I'll pull them up if I've missed them on Sunday and watch them.
I do that with the Bible studies. I love his Bible studies. The prophecy was one of my favorite that he did. So, but thank you so much, and I appreciate you coming and celebrating Pastor Appreciation.
I appreciate you letting me be a part of it.
Thank you, Chan.
Love you guys.
What Jesus accomplished on the cross is a gift. Good grief, let's start over. For crying out loud.